Taurus, my fellow Taurians, we're going to do a general read for you guys today, looking at your current energy, the desires, the outcome, what's working for you, what you need to be aware of. We'll clarify those cards, and then we'll pull 3 more around the end of the read just to make sure we have everything on the table that you may require. That said, Taurus, I apologize for being away. I've been suffering through some personal issues over the last week and learned a few things. That said, let's get started. Let's see where your current energies are. Hopefully you are all well, healthy, mentally, physically, spiritually, and thriving. So Taurus, let's get started. Let's see what's coming out. Current energy, the Empress, you standing in yours. The Empress is your card. It feels like that you, for many of you, you may be standing alone. That you're standing within your power and acknowledging it. It's, it's interesting. We'll clarify in a moment. The King of Cups, the Knight of Cups is in your desire. We see the desire for love is very strong. And the Six of Pentacles, this could be something, this is reciprocity. These are gifts that are being bestowed upon you. Interesting. The Five of Cups is what's working for you. Interesting that grief or loss is working for you. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is what you need to be aware of. Now, the Six of Wands is about accomplishing. This is about standing up. This is about moving forward, being in the spotlight, because there is so much that you have to offer. So let's go through this, Taurus. Let's start to clarify and see what's going on for you. The Empress, Emperor, the Seven of Wands, and the Strength card. In your current energy, you're standing in your own power. We see that there's possibly a very committed relationship, or a possibility of a committed relationship. Your ambition, something has come out for you that is shocking. With the Seven of Wands here, something you may not have been expecting, some type of confrontation that has you taking the high road and showing the strength that you may have, even though you're open and vulnerable. Now the Knight of Cups is in your desire. We see that there's this desire for love, but underneath it there's this toxicity, a breakup, and some instability. So it's like you're looking for love, but you're still caged. Where is this going to come from? Who's it going to come from? How can I create this stability? And it hurts because it seems like with the Devil here, this cage, you're the one that's put yourself in it, and it's hard to see your way out. And it looks like you're looking for somebody to help you with that, with this Four of Wands here, where somebody is that partner for you, because so much has just gone away with this Three of Swords. The Six of Pentacles, we have the Three of Wands, the Justice card, and the Tower. The Three of Wands, something needs to be examined closer, probably with a divorce or some other legal issue. Maybe something really needs to be balanced out, because the Tower shows up, and that's just everything falling apart. This is what you thought may not actually be. This is maybe this is self-induced, but at the same time it feels like the universe is bringing in a few things for you because of the things that have fallen apart, and it's balancing it out. The Five of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. And what I get from this is that with the Five of Cups, there's regret. There are things that you wish you did differently. Maybe you're feeling a lot of despair, but everything's not over. There are still things that you can do to prepare for the future and be very, very successful at that and step up into the power that's yours with this King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is another card of Taurus. What you need to be aware of is that eyes are on you. People are watching you. You may feel alone because you're up on stage and you can't see your audience. Things have not necessarily gone your way. There's been a learning curve. There's good news coming that you may not see because you've taken a cold-hearted approach to things. Very, very black and white. The last three cards I have for you is the World, the Three of Cups, and the King of Cups. The world is yours to create that which makes you happy and that which makes you celebrate, because you've mastered and controlled your creativity, or you've shown your creativity. You've also shown that you can handle what's been going on. Now, sorry about the noise in the background. I wanted to do something a little different today. This is a group of cards I don't use very often. This is called the Blind Spot. It's an amazing deck. And what I want to do is I want to pull a card for you, Taurus, out of this. Hopefully it helps. Hopefully it ties in with this. But what do we have for Taurus with the Blind Spot? What does the universe have for Taurus? Now keep in mind, I'm going to be reading from the book itself because this is a very lengthy book. All right, this is it. Let's see. Number 37. It is interesting, the Blind Spot. This is the Oracle. Let's see what we can find here. 34, 35, 36. Wishing and willing harm. If you've drawn the sigil, you're most likely totally unaware that you are wishing harm on others or directly, indirectly trying to punish them. It is natural when we have been hurt to want to hurt others. What we're actually doing when we wish harm on someone is attempting to force them into a state of empathy. So this seems that it's about empathy, somebody else understanding your struggle. If it seems that we are trying to push them away, we're actually trying to bring them closer. Compassion naturally arises as a result of relating to someone's suffering. All we must do in order to feel compassion and know what action to take is to relate to their pain. We're trying to force people into the state in order to become connected to them instead of separated, which is what we feel when someone causes pain. We're trying to force people into this state in order to stay safe in our relationships and to feel a sense of justice and fairness so we can escape the resentment we feel. We punish in order to establish a sense of control in a situation where we feel out of control. We punish in order to establish a sense of fairness because we've been wronged, which is to escape from resentment. We try to punish to try to get people to comply so they don't do something again. But the problem is punishment doesn't work. When we punish, which is to introduce negative stimulus, a person usually doesn't avoid doing the behavior we want them to stop. Instead, they avoid the source of that negative stimulus. This means that they still do the behavior, they simply just do it behind our backs. If you've drawn this sigil, whether you admit to it or not, you feel hatred. It may be very hard for you to admit to this because it will make you feel bad and wrong as a person. Hatred is the most extreme form of vibrational resistance to something. It is the resistance to disagree, or resistance to the degree that one wishes to destroy the thing that is perceived to be causing the pain. The perception of threat causes hatred. The perception that something or someone in your life diminishes something you hold dear causes hatred. A threat is something that is likely to cause danger or damage. In other words, it is something that likely hurt you. When a person feels as if they are in the presence of a threat, they feel fear, and that fear is quickly converted into anger, which is a state of defense. Hatred is the human ego in a state of defense. When we find ourselves hating something, the question we have to ask ourselves are, what threat does this pose to me? How is it hurting me? And what am I afraid of? This goes on for several more pages, but you get the idea. Taurus, not a gentle read for you guys today. Best of luck this week. Feel free to give this a thumbs up or thumbs down. I would be curious to see how this resonates with you. Feel free to leave a comment. We'll talk to you next time. Wish you the best. Stay strong. We'll talk to you soon.